Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the difference between Zero RB and Hero RB for draft day strategies and when you should use them, how you should use them, and how you can make them effective. Okay, so I'm actually just going to do a couple of mock drafts just showing you how to use the strategy. So let's start with, we'll do the Zero RB strategy first. Now, let me just explain what Zero RB is. It's pretty self-explanatory in that you're not going to draft running backs within, like, it depends how extreme you want to go. Like, sometimes you can even punt running back for the first 10 rounds. It really just depends on how deep you want to take your Zero RB approach. It can be effective, but you're definitely not going to use it in probably your first 4 picks. So I'm going to go ahead and claim like a pick in the back end of the draft here. I'll take like pick 9 and see what happens. All right, so we're going Zero RB. So if that's the case, my target's probably Davante Adams. Let's see. I'm not going to do my usual rundown of the picks. Let's just see where it falls. Okay, so for me, it's actually going to be Travis Kelce right here at the 1-9. I love grabbing Travis Kelce first, and that's going to give me that positional advantage at tight end, or I'm going to suck at running back. So, my second pick is going to be Diggs. Like I said, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't like the Zero RB strategy unless you're in the type of league that's like 3 receivers. If you have to start 3 receivers, only 2 running backs, maybe it works. But in a standard team where you're gonna have 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex spot, it's hard for me to totally punt the running back position. I definitely prefer the Hero RB strategy. I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson here. We're just gonna see how the team shapes out with the strategy, basically. I'm not going to draft a quarterback right here, but when you look at the receivers, it's so stacked. You have Diggs, Jefferson, and then, let's see. Do I want Allen Robinson over Mike Evans? Yeah, I do. I'll take Mike Evans, or Allen Robinson. Picks are continuing to go. James Robinson climbed all the way to the 4th round. I don't know, man. Urban Meyer and Carlos Hyde make me pretty nervous. Okay, so it's back on me. Again, like the receivers that you're going to get are unbelievable. The reason that people like to go with Zero RB is because you're avoiding that running back dead zone. And this is for Zero and Hero RB. You're avoiding that running back dead zone which is rounds 4 through 7, where statistically they have running backs drafted in that range just have a huge bust chance. So that's why Zero and Hero RB are kind of popular this year. I'm going to go with Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp, like I said, I've said in my previous videos, he should be ahead of Robert Woods. I'm not too sure why he isn't. Oh man, all the quarterbacks went. I feel good about taking Dak right here at the 6-2, but I really try and create stacks, especially when I'm doing Zero RB. So if I could have like Josh Allen at quarterback, that would have been good. Or I'm not gonna get Kirk Cousins because yeah. So pretty much the stack is out of here. I'll take Dak right here. I don't feel too good about Dak, but his upside is undeniable with the offense that they have. If he's close to anything he was like last year before the injury, it's going to be well worth. So here in the 7th round, I'll start thinking about taking a running back. If you look in these last 3 rounds right here, no running backs have been drafted in these past picks. So we have Miles Sanders here to start in the 5th round, and since Miles Sanders, you get Gaskin at 6-7, a small run there, but pretty much no running backs are drafted there anyways, so you're not really hurting yourself. You see all the running backs drafted up here. Once you get in that dead zone, people are tending to stay away, but we avoided it completely, and by doing that, our receivers and flex spot are going to be better than everybody else in the league. So it's a pretty good tactic. Let's see what they have in running back for me. I'm going to take Gus Edwards. That's just a crazy zero RB. Zero RB target is Gus Edwards. You have Gus Edwards as your RB1 and zero RB. I'm not too sure J.K. Dobbins is much better than Gus Edwards. They paid Gus Edwards for a reason. They weren't going to just give the whole workload to J.K. Dobbins, and that's because Gus Edwards is actually a good player. So Gus Edwards right there, geez, this is your RB strategy. I think is working out pretty nicely from the 9 spot. Right here for me, it is a toss-up between Mostert and Trey Sermon. Their ADP has kind of been fluctuating all draft season. Trey Sermon was well ahead of him, I think, a week or two ago. Raheem Mostert has now jumped him because I think everyone's realizing, Raheem Mostert doesn't need to get, 20 carries to be effective. Raheem Mostert is a big play type of guy, and if you get him 10 to 15 touches, he's probably going to break one. So with that being said, I think Trey Sermon probably presents a little bit more upside, and I need to draft guys like that with the zero RB strategy. So I'm going to take a guy like Trey Sermon who could be, that top 15 running back the second half of the season. You'll see in these later rounds that you'll be able to get serviceable guys at your running back positions where you could put in, a guy who will guarantee you 10 points or something like that. So, like I said, the zero RB strategy and the hero RB strategy are very, very effective in the right scenario. So, damn, Ronald Jones goes. That's who I was going to try and pick up. But Damian Harris is still here. I'll take Damian Harris. Yeah, this worked out perfectly. If you can get a zero RB team like this, I'm all in. Diggs, Jefferson, Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp at receiver, with Kelsey at tight end and Prescott at quarterback. There's just no way. Yeah, that team is just loaded. Okay. Kenyon Drake. No. Zach Moss has a chance to be the starter, so I'll take Zach Moss. Take a shot on him. And again, it works. It's beneficial for your team to do it this way because you can just... These are guys that are easy to cut. You're going to be able to see week 1, are they going to produce for my team? And if not, get them out of your lineup and find another waiver wire running back. A.J. Dillon presents a little bit of upside, but it's a PPR format. I'm going to take Nyheim Hines. There was actually just a report that the coaching staff wants to get him more touches, so there's Nyheim Hines for you. That's why I can't buy in on Jonathan Taylor in the first round. Is Nyheim Hines is actually good, and he's showed he's good the past couple seasons. Not to mention Marlon Mack coming back. Not high on Jonathan Taylor. I'll take him in the second round, but that's the highest I'll go. I want to take another running back. Probably not, right? I can take Corey Davis is here still. Yeah, give me Corey Davis. Yeah, I love how this team turned out. Typically, my zero RBs don't go this well, but we'll try the hero RB strategy from the same spot and see what we like a little bit better. Cole Hardman's here. I'll take the defense probably. Yeah, I'll take the Bills. And late round flyer, Sony Michel, right? Is he? I don't think his ADP is this low in your actual drafts. I don't think you can grab Sony like that. Very, very good team, but I wanted to talk about Trey Lance and Justin Fields for a second. If you end up punting quarterback, you don't get, these guys drafted them after getting Wilson or Herbert. You don't need to do that. But if you get a guy like Jalen Hurts and then you pair him with Justin Fields or Trey Lance, who you know is going to start, and at this point we feel pretty confident in both of their abilities that they're going to be good quarterbacks, and they're mobile, they have that rushing upside. Take them with your last pick. Take them with your last 3 picks. You have to know your league. Again, if you know someone loves Trey Lance and they're going to jump on him in the 12th, you got to be mindful of that. So this is my zero RB team. We've got Dak at quarterback, Gus Edwards as my RB1, Trey Sermon as my RB2, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson at wide receiver 1 and 2, Travis Kelce at tight end, Allen Robinson and Cooper Kupp at my flex. Jeez. Buffalo Bills defense on the bench, we've got Damian Harris, Zach Moss, Nyheim Hines, Corey Davis, and Sony Michel. So I would say this zero RB strategy went really well. It typically doesn't go this good, but I would be down for zero RB from the 9 spot, according to Sleeper here. Okay, so here are the results for my hero RB strategy. So I actually did record this, but I forgot to hit record. So I took Devontae Adams with my first pick at 8, and what the hero RB strategy is you're gonna take one of those, either in the first, second, third, or fourth. You're gonna take a running back that you feel really good about. Usually in the first 2 rounds. I say the fourth because you can technically do like DeAndre Swift in the 4th round and then build your team around him as your hero RB, just because he has top 10 upside. But typically, I'm picking someone in the first 2 picks. At 8, I didn't really like taking any of these guys ahead of Devontae Adams. So I took Devontae Adams. I took Eckler in the second. Came back with Waller in the third. Usually not going to be there at the 3-8. And then I have CeeDee Lamb. I run off like a crazy nice receiver. So CeeDee Lamb, Robert Woods, DJ Moore, Chase Claypool. I don't think it gets much better than that. I love how the hero RB strategy works. When you take a tight end early, it's hard to get a quarterback early too. Try not to push for that. If you're gonna get one of the elite tight ends, don't push for getting an elite quarterback as well. Unless you're getting a value in the 6th or 7th, I would not push it. So I waited on quarterback a little bit. All of them went super early, so I decided to grab Stafford in the 8th. Feel good about Stafford, especially with Robert Woods on my team. It's a nice little stack. He's due for some touchdowns after some regression last season. We've got Trey Sermon as my RB2, James Conner, Nyheim Hines, and Jamal Williams. Feel pretty good about having Trey Sermon. He's not going to be the starter week 1 probably, so I'll play one of these guys, probably Hines. They said they want to get him more involved, so the hero RB strategy definitely works. I would definitely recommend using the hero RB strategy. It's the easiest one, and you can really get the receivers you love in the draft. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If I helped you out in any way, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe so I can continue to improve the content. Good luck in your fantasy drafts.